All praise to the Most High, Yahawah, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Ukakodash, and double honors to the elders of GMS and to all those sincere brethren that are laboring the truth across the world. And to the sincere brothers and sisters that listen to the truth, may this lesson be another edifying lesson to the flocks. And with that, I'll say Shalom. Today's titles of the lesson will be the Most High control both sides. Fear not. Maybe I should add. Maybe the Most High control both sides. So fear not, pretty much. Maybe I wanna put the fear not part, but the Most High control both sides. So yeah, I use this title because when I went to the plantation this morning, there's an Edomite who I believe, I'm not gonna say I believe has money. He has money for sure. And he was just sad this morning, man, when he was at the plantation. He walked into me, he was like, please, tell me what to do. He told me like, please, tell me something to do. And I look at him, because he's one of those guys that take like a yoga class every morning. I'm not a yoga instructor, but the yoga instructor, who is another Shedamite, and her husband is catching hell. And my guess, from what I'm seeing, he was a so-called normal guy up until he took that special poison that they were promoting a few years back heavily, and things went downhill for him. And he has like a Parkinson disease, and his body, he can't function properly. Like he needs like a daily assistant. Before he wasn't as bad. He probably need to get to the car. Probably needs his wife to drive him. But now he needs like a full-time PCA. That's the lady husband. One second. That's the yoga instructor husband. Full-time PCA. Yeah. So, one second. Yeah. Yeah. So the big I think since this summer, because this summer I got like a surgery, so I got a lot of free time. So around that time, her husband illness is getting even worse, because she wants to hire me to do like a training, the trainer husband, so he can build his muscle back. And I was and I was supposed to work with the husband over the summer or early September. No, I think it was September. No, it might be late August. I was supposed to work with the husband, and he had another emergency again, so it's been getting worse from that point on, to the point now she took this entire month off so she can assist him, because she's going to various doctors. She's not getting the answer that she wants. She's going to top doctors that have like that created new devices, new machine, blah blah blah. Nothing is working so far, so she can't find help. So she's taking the month off to support her husband, pretty much. But that's the instructor and her husband. Now go back to the other Edomite, who always take great pride in playing his golf with his friends, traveling, blah blah blah, do all the great things Edomite does. He specifically told me, he's like, I don't know what else to do, man. And I told him, hey, go for a walk. He told me like, yeah, I already did that. I'm like, go play some golf. He was like, yeah, I play golf with my friends already the other day, blah blah. And I'm like, he asked me, what do I enjoy? I'm like, I told him, I enjoy nature. He was like, yeah, that's good. And I told him, you know what? How about you read a book? And he was like, yeah, I should try that. Then I look at him. He has like a face of like a discouraged, like he got tired of life. and he told me, I don't think I'm supposed to say that. He told me, and I quote, I don't think I'm supposed to say that, but I feel tired. I feel tired of everything. And when he said the word tired, and I look at his face, I know exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to say. Like, he was nervous to tell me at first, but he saw that I was a Jake. He just said it anyway, because if he was an Edomite, when Edomite say those kind of specific words and the way they look, there's a specific hotline. there's like a specific hotline for stuff like that. Cause I used to work in a psych hospital. When people said like a certain keywords and behaviors, like they sent them to special places where they get rehabilitated and medicated. So by the look on his face, he said he don't want to be here no more. He got tired of everything, and he told me look, I've done everything. He's like travel, spend time with family. He's like, I'm like, want to spend time with your family? He goes, yeah, man, I spent too much time with my wife already. We've done everything we can possibly think. Traveling, buying stuff. We go to every store. When I say every store, I know exactly what I mean. Buying anything you can want, anything you ever want, he can get them. So he's like, there's nothing else for him to do. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can send you some message of comfort, because lately I've been sending client people in general. I mean, I collect quotes and stuff like that. That's one of my hobbies, I should say. I love sitting down and reading quotes. I can spend my whole day reading quotes, like inspirational stuff, just to get people motivated. So I sent him one, and I think that the one I was thinking about yesterday, and I decided to send it today, and that one suited him perfectly fine. Like people once, let me read it. That's one quote. And there's another one I want to send, but I think the next one, Lord willing, I send it tomorrow to everybody again. I send it to a family, friend, coworker, anybody like that I saw. That I send us messages. So the quote says, I'm sorry about that. Damn. I kind of rush eating my breakfast, so I'm having those burps right now. Because I have like a fast-paced life, so I wake up at 4, actually 3 something, and I quickly go to the plantation, do some work, then come back and forth. I just like rush eating my breakfast, drop somebody to the car dealership, then come right back. So it's gonna be like I told my boss I'm gonna take a quick nap real quick, so this is my nap, recording a show. So the quote that I sent today to everybody was let me see. I was just there. Where am I? Why did I exit? So the quote that I sent is, so basically the quote is by Hiroyuki Sanada. And that quote, that quote does not personally or necessarily made by him before, because I've heard that quote throughout my lifetime before. There's probably like different variations that people tell you about this quote. So the quote says, there are those who want a swimming pool in the house, while those who have one barely use it. Those who have lost a loved one feel a deep sense of loss, while others who hold them close often complain about them. Those who do not have a partner yearn for one, or the way you wrote it down say for him, but I'm going to say yearn for one. But those who have sometimes do not value one. In his case, he put him. And the hungry would give anything for a plate of food, while the well-fed complains about the taste. The one who doesn't have a car dreams, while the one who has one is always looking for a better one. The key is to be grateful, look carefully at what we have, and understand that somewhere someone will give everything for what you already have and don't appreciate it. And the quote was written by Hiroyuki Sanada. fair use, just in case of anything happen in the future, just in case somebody watches, say, hey, this guy's doing this, calling it as his quote. It's not my quote. It's that quote was written by Japanese guy, Hiroyuki Sanada, and I've heard similar stuff, similar quotes to this one. So it's been same. Everybody know that quote, so it's not mine. And the next one I wanted to put down was that's one of my favorite quote I've heard Denzel Washington saying it before. Oh, I looked for it. I couldn't find it. Then I went online, tried to find that word a couple years ago, and I think I recently found it last summer. I remember I was trying to tell my girlfriend that a couple years ago, and she was like, oh, what are you talking about, blah blah blah. So the quote is let me see. I know this is kind of off topic to what I was talking about earlier, but the quote is basically it's talking about like people in your life, like well, to be fair, the quote might be related to the scripture in a way, because like every day you wake up, in the truth, you never know when it's gonna be your last day. Every day you wake up, period, you don't know if it's gonna be your first. If it's gonna be your last day. Cause like you might get up in the morning and say hi to your mom or dad, or your spouse or your kids, and you may not come back home, or they may not come back home. You might start the car as soon as you get out of your house. You take a left, and there's a drunken person driving. Boom, T-bone your car. Or your building might set on fire. You're in your place. Or you might walk in and get hit by a stray bullet. That's judgment. Because the scripture said nobody perish innocent. I believe that's Job. You're not before that quote. I believe it's Job. No one's perished being innocent. No one perish. Nobody perish innocent. Innocent. KJV. I know it's Job something 4:7 maybe, or 7:4. No one's perished being innocent. I think it might be Job 4:7, and it says, let me see, Job 4:7. Job 4:7. Let me see. Yep. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or were there the righteous cut off. So no one that is perished or innocent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's like a sweet old lady Susie that's crossing the street that get hit by a car, or Marcus. He's like a nice young man. He's been a key figure in the community. He's been helping the community, helping those young youth. He's like a youth leader, a part like a Boys and Girls Club. He's like a youth advocate, and he's walking out, gets hit by a stray bullet. Marcus is not innocent as you may think it is. He might look innocent. He might look innocent in this lifetime, but he does something in the past, or one of his past life, and that the Most High the Most High decided to get him. Hey, I'm gonna let you go in this past life, but this one you're gonna pay for it. And that's what happened. Marcus get paid for it. How did he get paid for it? By a stray bullet. So-called stray bullet. Perfect example. Serial killers. Murdering 5 or 10 people, and die like a peaceful death in the hospital. Some people might be like, well, that person went to jail. What is jail? You get some people going to jail catching legit hell, and other people go to jail just chilling, watch TV, eat food based on your taxpayer, and enjoying life. Wait, there's more. When that same person come back on the next lifetime, the Most High might make that guy crippled, like a handicap, like born half. You know how you probably murder somebody and cut like half of the person's body, and the person probably stay alive for a couple of days, or chop somebody's legs off, or maim somebody, cut their tongue, cut their lips, or blind that person. Hey, the Most High might make the same judgment, where that person, he judged somebody, but initially that person that got cut in half and that person is blind, that's not a judgment for the person anyway. That's double judgment. The person, the Musa used him as a death angel to judge that person. At the same time, when he come back, the Musa gonna judge him too. And will he cut that person in half? The Musa gonna make him born in half. That's even worse. Cause he cut that person in half, and that person gonna live for what? I don't know. I don't know how long does it take for somebody to stay alive after being cut in half, or he blind that person. Well, I think if you're blind, you can pretty much live for a long time. You're just not gonna be able to see. Your other senses will build up. You cut somebody's limbs off, that person. Well, if the person don't bleed out, that person can still live forever. Not forever, till like a good chunk of time. Well, you have to bypass infection, stuff like that. But the Most High can make you born straight up handicapped. So the scripture said, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power. Let me see. Damn, that's Hebrew 10 and 22. It is a fearful thing. Yep, 10 and 31. Hebrew 10 and 31. 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So it's a scary thing to fall into the Heavenly Father hand, because you do not know what He has for you. So you cannot be proud and arrogant saying, I'm the one that get to do whatever I want. I'm the one that decide this and that. Like even me, I have to be careful. I have to, every day, every morning when I wake up, I ask the Most High for mercy. I ask that He does not cast me away from His presence. I pray that He does not take His Holy Spirit away from me, because I don't know what I did in my past life. Even sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I come, because one of my things I'm looking forward to when I'm in the kingdom, and Lord willing, I'm one of those men that made it in the first wave when Yahawaah come back, is sleep, man. I need that sleep, man, because I personally, man, who knows, maybe that's like the judgment the Most High put on me. But even then, I complain sometimes, and I have to realize, hey, as much as I'm complaining, that's a merciful judgment. Because He could have put me in a situation where I was born with one eye, half, like I was talking about earlier, like half my body was cut off, or born with some illness, like every day I have to go to like where you draw your blood, where they draw your body, what's it called? Damn, dude. Basically, what I'm trying to say, those people that every week they have to go dialysis, I should say. He could have put me on dialysis, because I have a cousin that's like that right now, dude. I think when he took the special sauce, he got jacked up, because he used to be like a normal guy. I think once he take that special sauce, dialysis every week. So we have to fear, because you can live a regular life up until the Most High judge you. Because 6 years ago in Boston on the highway, I didn't see the video per se, but I think I probably was on the highway a couple days before that, in that spot. And when I was in my plantation, like a coworker showed me a video of a guy that he was driving a motorcycle so fast, and the motorcycle hit like a car in a pole, and he flew. His body was cut in half in a pole. Like when I say half, like you would have thought this guy got sliced with a knife, and you can see like his spine was diggling. And the worst thing about it is, he was still alive. Initially he died, probably like minutes, 5, 10, 20 minutes. I don't know how long. I'm like, shit. And that was one of the that video was so graphic. Like a lot of people that was watching that video was straight up terrified. I wasn't really terrified, but some people was like, oh, they don't want to see it. You got all the drivers with their phone, they still look kind of terrified. I'm like, damn, dude, to drive the motorcycles that fast and have your body cut in half like that and still be alive for like 5, 10 plus minutes. That is a brutal judgment. That nigga must be the one wicked nigga. And to the point that the most I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get you. And I'm gonna get you. And the most I did get him, man. And I remember after that video, man, I was like, shit, I don't want a motorcycle anymore. Because I have a friend that have like a motorcycle. I was like, I got a couple friends that got a motorcycle. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get one. After I saw that, that getting a motorcycle demon was left my body completely. Anyway, back to the story I was saying. To wake up in the morning thinking you're gonna go have a nice low ride. Who knows? He's a Jake. You know Jake always taking those damn moped motorcycles, making a ruckus. Because I was picking my mom up from work. If I recall, it was not Friday night. Maybe Thursday night, if I'm correct. Damn, that week passed. Last week passed so fast. I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday. And as I'm driving back, pitch dark, group of jakes like with a motorcycle just like a vroom passed by me, and I was so upset. I'm like, I make like a face. I'm like, man, I was so upset. But I was like, you know what? Let me just calm down, man. Let me just calm down. And I actually, you have to ask the Most High for forgiveness when stuff like this happens. Because I'm like, sometimes you get angry when people do those kind of stuff. You're like, you can ram that person. Then you realize you ram it, you're gonna be in trouble. But that guy probably doing the same stuff every day, speeding in the highway. Except that time, the Most High be like, nope, that's your end. Alright, so lucky about that. Now I'm gonna go back to the story I was reading. The quote, like when the Edomite said, he doesn't want to be alive anymore, and he wants to unalive himself. That's kind of, because he's an old guy, 84 years old. He just got his brother die early this year, which is 10 years older than him, and he missed a couple months. He likes his elder brother. They have a great relationship. So now, you know how it is when old folks get in those certain age when they lost a loved one, and they really don't want to be here anymore, to be honest with you. But he's been coming every day, man. So, and I always talk to him when I see him in the morning. But today I was like, you know what? Just give me your number, man. I'll send you some nice positive words, man. Even though he's a devil, but the scripture said, if possible, be at peace with all men. That is specifically Romans 12:18, if I'm correct. Romans 12:18. Could it be? Yep. Romans 12 verse 18 said, if it be possible, as much as lie in you, live peaceably with all men. So if it's possible, even if the guy is the devil, like Esau's the devil, the scripture said, if it is possible, be at peace, live peaceably with all men. Try to live peaceably with every man. Could be a Moabite, your Hamite, even fellow Jake you probably have beef with. But if it's possible, be at peace, man. You might have like a grudge with the guy, man. That doesn't mean if you come to the morning, you saw him, you can't say, you look the other way. You say, hey, morning, how you doing? If the person needs $1, hey, give that person $1. Don't try to be, well, I hate this motherfucker, I ain't giving him shit. Be at peace with all men. Because you don't know where you're going to be. Today might be him that needs $1. Tomorrow might be you. You might give him $1 today. You may not think like the $1's a big deal. And tomorrow you get stuck in the highway, you get a flat tire. And you're on the highway at dark at night. Guess who might give you a hand? He might be the one that give you a hand. I know me personally, a couple of times I got flat tire on the highway. Last time I get that was last year, and I don't have any AAA. And I was in a car. I'm like, shit. It was my sister that hooked me up. Well, I got a great relationship with my sister, but I'm like, damn. I'm like, shit. I'm stuck on the highway in the position that I'm at. I think I forgot what my sister said, cause they charge a certain amount, blah blah blah. And this year I later find out my aunt told me you can get some assistant on the highways. I forgot what she said. I probably have to call her for more information on that one. And I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna call like a towing company to pick me up off the highway? Cause that's gonna charge me some money, man. And my sister said, hey, I got you. I'm gonna call AAA. I'm like, you're gonna call it? So what I was trying to do, I was trying to keep moving the car as close as possible to the. You know, the worst thing is, I'm not gonna say the worst thing is. The funny thing is, I was leaving my cousin, one of my cousin party. That I got invited. I got invited to a birthday. I didn't want him to go to, but you know, I'm not gonna say I celebrated, but it was free food. It was his first time coming to America. They have like a party for him, some stuff like that. So I just go. And on my way back, that's when I hit like a tire, and the whole time I'm still driving the highway. I'm like, I heard like a loud noise. I'm like, what? I put the window down. I'm like, what the heck is that noise coming from? And I paid no attention. My car's still driving, still speeding. Then I was like, wait a minute, something's definitely wrong. And I feel like my car is going leading on one side. I'm like, something's off. I put my emergency signal and I push on the side and I keep driving on the side. Then I realized, oh shit, I got a flat tire. So I was near one of my. Because there's two exits. I can take one that can get me straight and make a turn, or I can just take one. Basically, the way I can explain those exits, kind of like a triangle. There's one that will drop me straight from my old high school to hospital and keep on going straight, or there's one that kind of dropped me closer to my house, but it's like next to the mall. It's kind of like an oval shape. It's like a triangle, but normally I take the triangle because the one that's next to the straight line, I normally take it when I'm coming from south. But when I'm coming from north, which I normally come for the most part, that's the one I take. So at this that day, I take the one that I was coming from south. Well, I didn't take it anyway. I didn't have no choice. So when triple they come in, I mean, there's a cop that came in. He looks like he came out of nowhere. Possibly he was, hey man, are you okay? What's going on? And the funny thing is, I didn't see no lights, no siren. I didn't hear no nothing. All I see a cop sitting behind me. I was like, what? And it was a fellow Jake, and I wasn't even terrified. He said, hey brother, how you doing, man? Are you okay? What are you doing on the floor? I'm like, yeah, I got a flat tire. I'm trying to check to see if I got a spare. And that day I didn't get a spare. And it was so pitch dark, I couldn't get down to fix it. I'm like, shit. I was like, yeah, I already called AAA, blah blah. He was, everything good? I'm like, yeah. He was, all right, brother. Have a good night. Then he left. Got it back on his car. And when the AAA guy came, I'm getting ready. I'm like, okay, it's gonna take me home, blah blah. And he was like, hey man, how you guys doing, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. I got a flat tire, blah blah. I got hit by a nail, and when I look at my tire, because I was kind of rolling it, my tire got sliced completely. And I've heard of plenty of time cars like their tire got exploded on the highway, and got caught in an accident. I got no accident that day, man. So looking back, that was the most I'd have mercy on me. If it was anybody at that time, because everybody was driving at high speed. Anybody at that time, that could be a serious judgment, especially at night. A car like a tire pop out or blew up. You probably swerving, hit bump car left and right. But the Most High preserved me, because that was me, my brother, my cousin, and my sister in the car. No, my brother was in his car. Actually, my brother and sister was in their car. I think so. I forgot. It was like a separate, different crew. And the AAA guy was like, hey man, don't worry about it, man. I'll just drop you home. I was like, what? You gonna drop me home? And he was like, yeah, bro, I don't feel like filling out paperwork, man. I'm just gonna take your car, hook it on the towing truck, and just go home, man. I'm like, what? just like that. And that time my brother come in, and oh yeah, now I remember. So I think my sister was with my brother, and I was with my cousin, my mom. So my brother and sister took me. They put us in their car, and the tow truck go forward. I didn't pay no dime at that time, and the car was in my parking lot, and it was the week of July 4th. So, and it was the weekend. So from Saturday, I think I went to New York to see my aunt, Long Island. So I came back. I fixed my car 4 days later. I didn't pay no dime, no crazy stuff, nothing at all. So that was pretty much the most size will, man. Cause from the moment my car got sliced on the highway, I could have a major accident where I hit multiple cars, possibly even my life possibly been taken away from me. But that didn't happen. Then the cop that I paid behind me, I can't say I hear any car driving. Cause I was outside. I believe so. And it was pitch dark. And a fellow Jake, he was fit looking Jake. He was not tall. I'm 6'4" and weigh 190 pounds. He was more like 5'10", was a slim build, possibly around 160 pounds, but he was fit. And after that, he took off. Then the lynch, and I have no way when you see Cup, you kind of got a little tension. I got no fear in my heart that night. And then the lynching company came in. He was another Jake too, but more like he could be Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom. Cause he have like a kind of like a so-called mixed skin. And yeah, and I got home. I was angry at first because my car, I got pissed, but I couldn't hold the anger too long. Especially when you get free stuff. Jake loves free stuff, so my anger left away real quick. Yeah, so it is a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power. One, and if it's possible, be at peace with all men. So the one I was gonna read is the quote that I was trying to read earlier from that Edom I was talking about. You know what was the title of that book? The title was like the Most High controls everything. That is true indeed. And this lesson gonna be about the elderly gentleman at the plantations. And I already read the first quote. I'm gonna read it again. And the second quote is what is it again? I just had it too. I think I accidentally scrolled up. What was that quote again? I just had it. Damn, dude. Because I also put the years that I got that I have my quotes also, so I can slide back. See, okay, I got it from that year, stuff like that. So I think I had it from 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's it. I think it was 2022 to be exact. And the quote is, I just had it again too. Why am I keep losing it, dude? Everyone. Yep, and I don't know who wrote that quote, because the first time I heard it, it was from an article I was reading, or a clip I was watching, and Denzel Washington mentioned it, and I thought he was the one that said it. And I quickly, because every time I heard those little quotes, I know where they pause it and hear what they say, just write it down. Or sometimes I go to the comment section and you see somebody quote exactly what the person said, and I normally screenshot those and write them down. So the quote says, "Everyone in your life will have a last day with you, and you don't even know when it'll be." So everybody in your life will have that last day, and you don't even know when it will be. So the moral of the story is, don't take anything for granted. So that quote matched the first quote I read earlier perfectly fine. Because for those of us that have spouse, you can just kiss her in the morning, and that could be the last kiss you gave her. You love your parents. You might be like, yeah, I'm gonna push it back. I'm gonna see my dad tomorrow. Your dad wanted you to visit him because you haven't visited him in a while, because you be like, sorry dad, I've been busy at work, that's why I can't see you. Yeah, what do you want to see me for? You've been seeing me all my life, blah blah blah. And maybe he wanted to see you because he want to see you one last time, because he's gonna die and he doesn't want to tell you. And boom, Now he died. Now you get all regrets. So everyone in your life will have a last day with you, and you don't even know when it'll be. That's a beautiful quote, actually. And now let me go back on the verses. I think I got a couple more verses. Actually, I already read some. And the Most High control both sides, like I said earlier. That nothing happens without the Most High's will, whether it's good or bad. Whatever day you're having, even in our daily life, it's a balance. Because sometimes we have a good day, sometimes we have a bad day. It's kind of balancing things out. Because the Most High at the end of the day is a balanced power anyway. So don't worry because you have like a bad day. Maybe that bad day is like a test to see where you are in the truth. Because you don't know exactly where you are. You won't know where you are in life unless you get tested. So, just like when you're in school, you have like a the professor give you like a bunch of math equations. You be like nailing them, blah blah, for the 2 or 3 weeks, and at the end of the month, the teacher normally give you a test. If he doesn't give you a test, you won't know where you are. You can be like, yeah, I'm fine. Cause especially nowadays, because I remember when I was younger, every day when you do your homework, they always quiz you at the end of the week. Nowadays, they don't even quiz you anymore, though, because a lot of times they don't even give. I remember last time I was in school, even in college, actually, my last few years in college, they don't really give homework. They give you those BS stay-home homework where you just open book assignment. Because I remember when I was growing up, there was no such thing as open book assignment. So everything I have to literally sit down and study, then take it and pass it. And as I'm getting older, they're introducing, because computer really started becoming popular in my era. When I was living middle school, that's when they start rising it, and by high school, it start taking like a big jump. And by college, when I I remember the last year in high school, I was writing my essay on paper, stuff like that. And by the time I hit 2014 and freshman in college, everything was straight up computer. It was like, yeah, no handwriting. Everything's essay is more. It's straight computer. I was like, what? Cause I remember there was a lot of people that doesn't like to write. I was one of those guys. So when you write like on a paper, you fill up the paper. Now, whenever you take those same thing you write on the paper and put it on a computer, it's not even half a page. A full page on the paper will be like a paragraph on the computer. Then you're like, oh shit, I need to learn more, blah blah, stuff like that. So, I don't know how I get to that part, but what was I saying again? Yeah, the Most High control both sides, good and evil, and you even see that in Isaiah 45 verse 7. Let me see, Isaiah 45. When you say, I form the light, could it be up? I form the light and create darkness. I made peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So he created both light and darkness. He created good times and bad times. He does all those things for his own pleasure. And at the end of it, they're not just things that are meaningless or happens randomly. I didn't know what lesson I was going to do this morning. When I wake up, I'm going to do a lesson today. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And those quote that I sent this morning, a good friend of mine was like, oh, man, that's a good quote, man. What you said, Jake said, oh, that's a good shit you just sent me over there, man. And I was like, yeah, man, that's good. I'm just trying to stay positive, man. And until I walk inside the locker room and that either might say that statement, that's when you know what? That could be a lesson. And fair enough, I came in here, I did a lesson. I know I did not give a lot of verses. I mainly was mumbling about various stories that happened to me and stuff in general. So I would have to go back to the plantation. So I pray that this was like an edifying lesson. And whoever the Most High wanted to hear that lesson, may the Most High open that person's heart. And once again, I know sometimes I'm mumbling words, and I know the precepts in my head when it comes to I know in my head everything's playing out very well, and I know how to explain it. But when it comes to speaking it out and explaining it, that's when I start mumbling, blah blah blah, stumbling in my words. So, and once again, I pray that the Most High have mercy on me. I pray that does not cast me away from His presence, and I pray that I don't add or take away from the scriptures. If I do, may the Most High forgive me for my iniquities, and I leave each and every one of us, and hopefully like family in the Most High's hand, man. And those times that are ahead of us, they are very hard. However, the Most High control both sides, so both good and bad, He controls it. And whatever situation that you are right now, dude, whatever situation you are right now, just know that He puts you there for a reason. It's a test, and Lord willing, you pass that test. And with that, I'll say Shalom.